The microphone was the one from my headset, which I got on backwards, right? Anyway, I didn't mean to do that. And I wanted to make sure that the whole point is not so much to hear me with this picked up pretty good, but it's a microphone down here that picks up the sound from the recording of the audiobook. All right, so we're going to do Matthew 20. And this one is talking about the, let me see here, let me see, make sure I just said that. I'm sitting up just reading 19 a few seconds ago about Abimelech. And Abimelech was similar to a situation where Abraham went into Egypt once, and he told Sarah to say, tell them that you're my sister so that they won't kill me. And that seemed like a younger period because Lot was living with them at that time too. And then next thing we know, Lot is in Sodom and Gomorrah. So Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed, and Solomon had 2 daughters, and apparently they was of age that they can conceive children, and blah blah blah. And that that's a weird thing myself. But that's when the Moabites and Amorites came into the picture, and we will see those again later on in the Bible, and they are supposed to be descendants. Relatives of Abram and children, descendants of Lot, and yet I think they one of the group that attacked Israel. But this one is the introduction of Sarah and Abram going to what was that place they went to? Some kind of land, Negev, and lived between Kadesh and Shur, and then they stayed in Gerard. And next thing you know, Sarah's telling everybody that Abraham is her husband. I mean, her brother, excuse me. And they took Sarah, and Abimelech was getting ready to make her his wife. And the problem is that I'm just looking at the fact is, prior to this chapter, the Gomorrah, we had the chapter 17. Or 18, where Sarah was considered old. And Abraham was considered old. And yet Sarah still looked good enough that somebody decided they wanted to make her their wife. That's what they thought. So Sarah must have been a very beautiful woman. And I just want to put that in there. All right. So let's hear that chapter. It's very short.
And today. Now Abraham moved on from there into the region of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. For a while he stayed in Gerar, and there Abraham said of his wife Sarah, "She is my sister." Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. But God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said to him, "You are as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She is a married woman." Now Abimelech had not gone near her, so he said, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation? Did he not say to me, 'She is my sister'? And didn't she also say, 'He is my brother'? I have done this with a clear conscience and clean hands." Then God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience, and so I have kept you from sinning against me. That is why I did not let you touch her. Now return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all who belong to you will die." Early the next morning, Abimelech summoned all his officials, and when he told them all that had happened, they were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham in and said, "What have you done to us? How have I wronged you that you have brought such great guilt upon me and my kingdom?
You have done things to me that should never be done.
And Abimelech asked Abraham,
What was your reason for doing this?
Abraham replied,
I said to myself, there is surely no fear of God in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she really is my sister, the daughter of my father, though not my mother, and she became my wife. And when God had me wander from my father's household, I said to her, this is how you can show your love to me. Everywhere we go, say of me, he is my brother.
Then Abimelech brought sheep and cattle, and male and female slaves, and gave them to Abraham. And he returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said,
My land is before you. Live wherever you like.
to Sarah he said,
I'm giving your brother 1,000 shekels of silver. This is to cover the offense against you before all who are with you. You are completely vindicated.
Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, his wife, and his female slaves, so they could have children again. For the Lord had kept all the women in Abimelech's household from conceiving because of Abraham's wife, Sarah.
Amen. That was a short story, and like I said, it was just another indication how beautiful Sarah was, even at an old age. I mean, come on now. She obviously appeared young enough or beautiful enough to somebody believe to take that person as their wife, the king, and assume obviously he was trying to have children because the other people in the house were trying to have children, right? Isn't that something? But it's also interesting that God kept Abimelech from essentially raping, for taking or having sex with Abraham's wife, Sarah, which is interesting too. You know, the man had clear conscience, and God was able to have him not do that. That was not right or lawful in their society as well as with God. All right, amen. All right, God bless you. I think that's not bad. And sorry for the other one. As far as the audio, I hope you can hear this one. I'll check it before I send it out. All right, God bless, and I'll see you at chapter 21. God bless.